Before I do, I just want to remark on the extraordinary circumstances that have led up to today. If you look at the Russia investigation through the prism of just one person, it underscores, I think, just how serious a thoroughly independent and adequate investigation and Department of Justice and independent counsel truly is. Let's start back when Michael Flynn worked for President Obama as the head of the DIA. He is essentially fired from that job. Some period thereafter, he goes to Russia with the financial support of Russian entities like RT, which the intelligence community has concluded is an arm of the Kremlin's propaganda arm. He apparently doesn't get permission to accept the monies from RT. He apparently or reportedly doesn't disclose the acceptance of those monies. He becomes a prominent surrogate for President Trump in the campaign. Sometime thereafter, and during the transition, he has contacts with the Russians that he later would mislead the vice president and potentially others about. This results in his firing by the president. The president, as we learned from the acting Attorney General Yates, was advised that Mr. Flynn had misled others in the administration or the vice president, took no action on that until it was disclosed in public. Once the president was forced to fire Mr. Flynn, he expressed no animosity or discomfort with the fact that Mr. Flynn led the vice president to mislead the country. Rather, he was angry at the press for revealing it. Sometime thereafter, according to the president's own account, he meets and has dinner with Jeymes Comi, in which Comi is concerned about whether he can keep his job. And in the context of that dinner, the president wants to know whether he's a subject of that same investigation. And the president, when he's asked by the president's account whether he's going to continue during that dinner conversation to keep Comi on, he says, "We'll see." Now it is reported that subsequent to that dinner, at another meeting with Director Comi, he asks others in the room to absent themselves, to leave the room. He then has a conversation where the president asks him to drop the investigation of Michael Flynn. This is the course of the last couple years' events, just involving one person within the Russia investigation. And I think it underscores not only the seriousness of why this investigation has to go forward, but why we have to ensure that it is fully independent, both in terms of our oversight responsibility, but also in terms of if there were laws that were violated, that we have an independent voice and decision maker at the Justice Department making those decisions.